Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your champion, Alexa Grasso. Alexa, how good does it feel to fight for your championship on Mexican Independence Day?
Gracias a todos por venir. ¡Viva México!
A draw. Did you think that you had done enough to get the victory? And were you surprised that there was a draw?
Well, I did a lot of damage. All my punches were harder. And yes, I'm the winner.
But it was a draw. Let's take a look at the fight here. You guys put on a phenomenal performance. You guys are going back and forth. When you walked to the center, did you feel like you had done enough, especially with the way the fight ended in the 5th round with you on her back?
Well, yeah, I think I was very close all the time, just doing a lot of damage and always trying to submit it. So, yeah, I think I did enough.
This was the fight that you were expecting from the former champion. You guys have a great rivalry. Would you like to do next? Would you like to fight her again to try to put an end to this rivalry?
Well, it depends. I have to talk with my coaches and with my manager, and let's see what's next.
You are a phenomenal champion. You represent your country in the UFC well. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Alexa Grasso. Guys, I'm here with the former champion, Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina, another very competitive fight. Did you feel like you had done enough to get the victory?
Yeah, I think it really was 3-2 in my side, but judges, I think, felt a little bit like pressure because it's kind of like Mexican Independence Day. That's why they give one more to the Mexican fighter.
You made a lot of adjustments before this fight. Was this the fight you expected with Alexa Grasso?
I was expecting the battle, and I went like through the war. I fought to the end, till the end, and I think I did enough. In a fair fight, in the fair competition, victory would be mine.
You have always been a great champion. What a phenomenal performance. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the former champ, Valentina Shevchenko.
All right, so a lot to digest there. In a draw situation, the champion retains, so the path to UFC Women's Flyweight Gold still goes through Mexico's Alexa Grasso. We are going to show you all of these scorecards, and most notably, Mike Bell gave Alexa Grasso a 10-8 in round 5. Had he given that a 10-9 for Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko would be a two-time UFC flyweight champion.
This is the thing, I don't know. Like, at least their name's up there. I'll give it that. At least we're putting Mike Bell so that we could say, okay, Mike Bell, I don't know what you were watching that made it a 10-8 round in the 5th. Like, what is that about? What was that about? I don't understand, but at least your name's up there, Mike Bell.
That wasn't a 10-8.
So, Daniel, we talked about round 4. You see Junichiro Kamijo, round 4 for Grasso. Sal D'Amato had round 4 for Valentina Shevchenko. Now, oftentimes, if you believe a fighter is really close to finishing a fight, maybe you're liberal with the 10-8, but that Mike Bell in round 5 is an absolute stunner for me, boys.
Yeah, stunner. I don't understand it.
It's just odd, right? So the fight kind of went as we expected. To the Grasso. I thought she won round 4, but if you don't score it there, you got Valentina as the champion. And it's unfortunate, right? Because this fight deserved the winner. Yeah. These two women laid it all out on the line, and they both fought beautifully. A draw, I guess. I don't understand where he gets 10-8. Yeah, I'm trying not to be too hard on the guy.
Well, the judges don't have a lot of tools, right? They don't have half points.
Well, we know that.
You try to differentiate between a close 10-9 round and a round that you don't believe to be close. Maybe you land on a 10-8, but
my thing is they said it's hard to give 10-9.
Well, not anymore. It's not hard to get 10-8. They want you to be more liberal with the 10-8s. We know that now. But when it literally just makes a fight a draw, right? It's almost like you're salvaging.
Yeah, it looked, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I thought she won the 5th round. Yeah. But I mean, that was only about a minute and a half of that type of control.
All right, so what a fight. And certainly a lot for the matchmakers and Dana White to think about. We've got some final thoughts on the other side, a most memorable conclusion to Noche UFC. Back to Vegas after this.